Howdy folks, I am just heading down my in-laws driveway here and we are about to do some Christmas Eve fishing. This is kind of a tradition. Usually it's on Christmas Eve, but this year we're doing it on Saturday. And my in-laws live on just a small northern Wisconsin lake. They're the only house on it, but it's an excellent fishery. It's got lots of panfish, lots of bass, lots of pike, and you never know what you're going to get out here. So we're going to try and put as many fish on the ice as possible here in the next 4 or 5 hours. So stay tuned, and maybe we'll even get a big one. We'll see. Let's hit the ice. Well, we're on the ice, and I'd say we've got maybe 4 inches, and it's already pretty sketchy out here. Supposed to get 1.5 inches of rain tonight, be 50 tomorrow. We may not even be able to get out here tomorrow on Christmas Eve, so glad we're doing this today. Luckily it's still good right now. We're gonna start drilling holes. Typically we find these panfish and pike and everything right on the edge of the weeds at this time of year, and there should be a pile of them. So we're gonna drill some holes and get some predators set up, and if it's good, we may not even be able to keep up. So let's see what happens. Well, Zach just caught the first fish. I just set this down and it just went off. So I've been using these bait feeder reels that just go free spool as the fish grabs it and swims away, and then I can get up to them and set the hook like that. These Okuma Samars are awesome. There we go. That one's almost an eater, but like I said, we barely got the tip ups in while we're still setting them up, and we already caught 2 fish, so it's going about like I thought it would. That's good. So I haven't introduced Zach yet, but this is my brother-in-law Zach. He's obviously got another fish on, and my other brother-in-law Bryce is on the way, and sister-in-law Jillian. So we're gonna put some more lines out here soon, but we can barely keep up with what we have, so we need some reinforcements.
This is a big fish. Or it's a little fish that thinks it's a lot bigger.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Oh shoot, this line.
That's a nicer one. That's a good eating size fish there. Having fun yet?
Always. It's tough to beat early ice fishing.
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
That's more like it, huh?
That one. Nice.
That's beauty. That is a fat one. Alright, so I finally got set up here, and I'm doing some jigging on the underwater camera, but we've been so busy chasing flags since we got set up, we haven't really had time to even drop down with the jig yet. So Zach just caught our first decent pike, and we've got a few bass on the ice, and we're seeing a few crappies down there. We've caught a couple on the autos already, so lots of mixed bag going on so far, which is good. If you hear some banging in the background, there's a gun range, and they shoot a lot of sporting clays nearby, so that's what all the shooting is, but nothing we aren't used to up here in northern Wisconsin. Oh, crappie just smoked me. Smoked the Z darter. Man, these crappies are aggressive. Look at that, gone. That's pretty cool. I'm not even seeing the crappies. They're just flying in and smoking it. That's a nice eater right there too. Oh, jeez. That thing came out of nowhere again. Another nice crappie. Back to the Z darter, and immediately hooked up on a crappie. These things are fun when they're this aggressive. Fish on! Zach's got a flag. Oh yeah, perfect eater. What's that, 4 or 5 now?
Yeah.
Nice. So this lake is overly populated with largemouth bass. There's a ton of them. There's no size limit here, so we always try and keep as many as we can to try and bring that population down so they're not stunted so bad. So we're gonna pretty much keep every bass we catch today unless it's a bigger fish. There we go. So that was on the Predator set in auto mode, and that's a great crappie setup. All right, so we're gonna set this Predator up into auto mode, which is basically the auto hook setting mode. So I'm gonna grab a minnow here, like to use small shiners for this. And we're going to drop that down. Alright, now what we're going to do is bend the rod down first, hook it on this hook right here, pull up the stop, set that over there, put the flag in, and then we adjust our sensitivity just by moving this forward. And I want it fairly light, so I'm going to set it out towards the end, and that's it. We got another flag, guys. Let's go get him.
Probably similar to that other one that's on the ice. Maybe a little smaller. Oh, he just wrapped himself all the way up.
There you go. Not bad. Alright, so on this Predator, I have this set up for flag only mode. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drop my minnow down here. Let him swim off. But instead of bending the rod down first, I'm going to bend the flag down to this trigger. It's a completely separate trigger. Set the flag first, and now I'm just going to slide the line through this little notch here in the vinyl, and that's going to hold the line in place. Now this minnow is pretty big, so I'm going to set this fairly heavy, and he should not be able to trip that. Now I'm going to open my bait feeder again, so that when a fish runs, he can take that line and swim away with it. So that's pretty much how you set up the flag only trigger. Oh, here comes a pike, here comes a pike. Pretty good size one. Whoa! Grab my camera, grab my camera. I'm afraid he might cut me, but get that camera out of there. Whoa! Oh, that's a good one. That was pretty sweet, dude. I hope he doesn't cut me off. That's a nice one. Oh, he's just going. And I just dropped this Z-darter down there, and oh, he came off. No! Dang it! Oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't wait to see that on the camera.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Well, I just had that heartbreaker and lost a big pike on the Z-darter. Maybe you can redeem me. Oh, that's a decent one. Decent one.
I'm not too happy when he gets to the hole.
Looks like Jillian and Bryce just caught a pike on the jig rod over there.
Oh, there's one.
Got one there. I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah, get that one.
We know how big that one is. Alright, got him. Got him. This is on auto mode here. Hopefully it's a bass. That would be nice. Another eater. Kind of feels like it. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Zach's still fighting his over here. There we go. Hey, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Good eater. Beautiful. Tons of fun out here. Man, I wish I hadn't lost that big pike. That was brutal. But we're still catching fish, so you never know what could happen. Zach says he's got a big bass on.
We'll see.
Let's see how big is. That was a little bigger.
A little bigger. A couple pounder maybe.
Oh yeah. Nice fish. Yeah. Good one.
Bigger than we've caught.
Yeah, biggest one today. Alright guys, we just dropped the live scope down here, and we think we found the bluegills. So that is basically right where Bryce is. And if I turn it this way, that is right where Jillian is. So They're ripping bluegills out one after another here. So guys, we're just continuing to catch fish here, and basically I'm going to just go over my strategy here. What we've got is a primarily shallow flat on most of this lake that's about 4 to 8 feet, and then we've got a hole in the middle that drops to about 25 to 30 feet, and we're just set up on the edge right where the weeds kind of start dying out at like that 15 to 16 foot, and that's where I'm jigging right now. That's where I had that big pike on. That's where I've been catching the bass. That's where most of our set lines are, is kind of on that edge. But then we're out in the basin as well, and there's a big pile of bluegills out there that we found on live scope, literally hundreds of them, and we can catch those all day long. There's not a whole lot for size, but you know, there's some eaters out there, so I'm tending to catch a few more bigger crappies in here, and I got a chance at a bigger pike or a bass. So, and again, we're targeting bass. We're trying to find some keeper bass, just eater size. We've got no size limit here, and we're trying to take them out of this lake to try and keep the population in check. So it's been a really good strategy to just follow this weed line so far, but we're having a ton of fun out here catching fish on set lines, catching them on the predators, catching them jigging. So we're just gonna fish for another hour here, and maybe we can get a big fish. I lost that big pike. I know that was a really nice fish. I don't know how big exactly, but I did get underwater footage of it, so we'll definitely check that out. But keep fishing here and see what happens. Oh yeah, fish on. Fish on. Oh yeah. That might be a good one. Had this one set in auto mode with just a shiner on it. Oh, another flag. They're starting to pop again. It's the evening run here. Evening run.
Just kidding, you're safe.
Oh yeah, nice one. Nice pike. Doubled up. Got him. Not bad. Definitely eater size. But that's where you get them a lot of times when you set these in auto mode with a small shiner. Number 4 bait holder right in the corner of the mouth. Hardly ever lose a fish to line cutting. We're gonna let that one go. Got one, Zach? Little northern. Well, that's a nice one.
It's the biggest one today.
Yeah, nice job.
We thought the hook came out and he just had to launch it up onto the ice. Yeah. That's a nice fish, Bryce. Yeah. We'll get a picture with it.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that one.
Oh yeah.
Missed him?
Oh.
Still there?
Another one.
Oh, another one.
Crappie.
Crappie? Well, that's a
That's a
one.
nice crappie.
That's the nicest one we've seen today, for sure. Oh yeah, nice one. Bet you this is a crappie over here too. Get him. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Oh yeah. Really nice crappie there on the predator tip up. An absolute blast. Oh, we doubled up, Zach and I. So just starting to get a little darker here, and some of the bigger ones seem to be coming in and biting. So
that's a dandy.
Yeah, for this lake, that's a really nice crappie. All right, guys, it's getting towards the end of the day here, and I kind of want to try the hover rig. I've been wanting to try this out on the ice, but basically it's just a lead jig that you insert into the plastic. So I got a little 3-inch B-vibe on here. I'm gonna drop this down, and I bet you we can catch a bass on it if one comes by, and maybe a pike, maybe even a big crappie will eat it. So I have a feeling these are going to be pretty good under the ice, and I definitely want to try them more this season. So this is kind of the first time I've dropped one down. So we'll see what happens. Oh, there's a bass. Come on, suck it in. Oh, got him. Got him on the hover rig. Oh, that was cool. Haha. Stay out of the camera, buddy. Oh, he grabbed the tail. Didn't quite have the whole bait in his mouth. And then he took another gulp and it went right in. That was super cool. Definitely going to be experimenting more with that this winter. And again, we're keeping all those little bass in here, trying to thin them out, so we're going to have a nice big fish fry. It was a really fun day, great time with family. You know, this is kind of a tradition. We come out here, we get a bunch of fish, have a big fish fry on Christmas Eve, or like in this case, Christmas Eve. Use the cameras, use the Vexilars, use the, you know, live scope and everything, and catch a bunch of fish. So it's a good time. Well, you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you on the ice. We'll definitely be filming a bunch more. So here's another video to watch. We'll catch you later. Get hooked up.